And we are live.
What's going on, people?
Let me go to my
It's the
Facebook.
Crockett and Tubbs show. I know we ain't at 420. Uh so we apologize for being an hour late, but life takes over, you know what I'm saying? Because we're not getting paid by actual uh company. So we gotta adjust. But I think we got a good show today. Um we talking about we got sports, we got um sports. That's like the biggest thing right now. If you are not up on current events, uh,
I wouldn't say sports is the biggest thing in current events right now.
I mean, as far as sports, I mean, because we all know what's going on. You know, we all know this protest and everything like that. But prior to all this happening, a lot of people was worrying about sports. What's going on with
Yes.
the sports world? The NBA
Need-
shut down.
I'm just going to grab a drink. You want a monster or something?
Sure.
All right.
You see how Rudy is, y'all?
Yeah, I'm so rude. I offered you a drink.
He's walking away from the show and let me sit here. See this? But I like just to keep talking about it. I'm glad that the NBA, not the NBA, I'm sorry, the NFL acknowledge, well, Robert Goodell acknowledges the players after what 5 years or 6 years when Kaepernick started to kneel. He was the one that started all this, and he was the one that was blackballed, kicked out the league. And while all this was going on, all the players are still kneeling, protesting, which was nothing wrong. And even though everybody was like Kaepernick, he didn't handle it right. But the first time he did it, he sat down, he sat in the chair, which was disrespectful. So a Marine, a military vet, or I think he was, he told him there's other. He said that if you do kneel, that wouldn't be as bad. But that's how Kaepernick handled it. Everybody said he could have handled it differently, but he handled it the way he did.
What
And
do you know about that being a vet, like in terms of kneeling versus sitting, and in terms of
there's
the national anthem and all that?
there's always a form of alternate way of doing things. For myself, I had to do that. A few years ago in the military, I broke my right hand, boxer fracture, and I had a cast on with my arm bent. If you ever broke your arm, you got to keep your arm bent. So I couldn't salute an officer at all. So an officer told me the alternate salute is going across your chest like this.
Oh, okay.
So if there's never been nothing in history to where that I know of that there's an alternate way of, you know, standing up to the flag or whatever, typically people would just stand there. You know, back in the day, you stand there, put your hand over your heart. Now people just will stand there at attention until the music stopped. When Kaepernick came up with this kneeling, I never knew that was existed. I didn't know that was a thing. He did it. All the players followed suit. But for him, he was kicked out the league. Well, he didn't kick out the league. 49ers, the direction they was going, he wasn't the ideal fit for the team with that scheme. So they let him go. No other team picked him up after that. They call it, they blackballed him and everything like that. And now years later, Robert Goodell, well, I say that I'm gonna do this. I have a clip of what I wanted to show. Uh it's from the NFL players. And if you have seen it, cool. If you haven't, I would like to show it to you guys. But I ain't gonna be able to show it on screen. It's gonna be on my phone. So I'll play. So what I'm gonna do
Is
is
it on Google?
no, it's on the Bleacher Report.
Uh,
So I'm gonna go to my
well,
Bleacher.
we could show it on the Chrome tab.
I tried it. I don't know. It's still. I put the thing up to the screen and put the phone to the thing. But it's a good message. And what's crazy is the players did this on Thursday of last week. Robert Goodell came back on Friday with his response. So I'll play this right here. So this is how I'm gonna do it.
been 10 days since George Floyd was brutally murdered.
How many times do we need to ask you to listen to your players? What will it take
For one of us to be murdered by police brutality?
What if I was George Floyd?
If I was George Floyd,
What if I was George Floyd?
if I was George Floyd,
If I was George Floyd. If I was George Floyd.
I am George Floyd.
I am Breonna Taylor.
I am Ahmaud Arbery.
I am Eric Garner. I am Kwame McDonald.
I am Tamir Rice.
Trayvon Martin.
I am Walter Scott.
I am Michael Brown Jr.
I am Samuel Du Bois.
I am Frank Smart.
I'm Philip White.
I am Jordan Baker.
We will not be silenced.
We assert our right to peaceful protest.
It shouldn't take this long to admit. So, on behalf of the National Football League,
This is what we, the players,
Would like to hear you state.
we, the National Football League,
Condemn racism and the systematic oppression of black people.
we, the National Football League,
admit wrong and silencing our players from peacefully protesting.
we, the National Football League,
Believe Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter. Black Lives.
All right. So that was what the players did.
And what was the league's response?
And the league's response, Robert Goodell came back on Friday, the very next day, with this response. Let me pull this up.
It has been a difficult time for our country, in particular, black people in our country. First, my condolences to families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and all the families who have endured police brutality. We, the National Football League, condemn racism and the systematic oppression of black people. We, the National Football League, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest. We, the National Football League, believe Black Lives Matter. I personally protest with you and want to be part of the much needed change in this country. Without black players, there would be no National Football League. And the protests around the country are emblematic of the centuries of silence, inequality, and oppression of black players, coaches, fans, and staff. We are listening. I am listening. And I will be reaching out to players who have raised their voices and others on how we can improve and go forward for a better and more united NFL family. It has been a difficult time for our country, in particular, black people in our country. First, my condolences to families of George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Ahmaud Arbery, and all the families who have endured police brutality. We, the National Football League, condemn racism and the systematic oppression of black people. We, the National Football League, admit we were wrong for not listening to NFL players earlier and encourage all to speak out and peacefully protest. We, the National Football League, believe Black Lives Matter. I personally protest with you and want to be part of the much needed change in
Is
this
it
country.
playing twice now?
Without black players, there would be no national.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, that repeated. I'm sorry. But yeah, that's the response from Roger Goodell. And I think finally, I believe Kaepernick should get his just due, and they should let this man back in the league next year or this coming year. Because if you think about it, how many people has been kneeling since he started it? Everybody. And everybody's still playing, except for that man right there. And now that they acknowledge that, now that Robert Goodell acknowledges that they were wrong for not listening to their own players, I feel that they should give Kaepernick another shot in the NFL. There's a lot of teams out there that can use that man's talents.
He may not want to come back though. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. And they was talking about that on ESPN today on First Take, that all of them, they want to see him come back. But for him, it can be good for him if you come back, you play, and show the people that you haven't been playing for 3 to 4 years. So he's healthy. He's nobody hitting him. He's doing. He had a workout a few months
Yeah,
ago.
but like it or not, like him or not,
Right.
you know, he's a national celebrity at this point.
Right.
With
I
a-
mean, they talking about like it would be good to, if he got enshrined in the Hall of Fame just because of his off the field with all this going on. That'll be precedented because nobody's ever done it. But if he never came back in the league and that's the only thing they know about that man, that would be dope to put him in the Hall of Fame because of that.
Well, I don't
it's a
think he's
change.
done. I mean, personally,
I mean, I say if he don't come back because he has his feelings towards the NFL for doing that to him years ago, and now they will say, okay, open the doors for
that's
him.
not what I mean. I don't, and again, I don't know nothing about the man, or what his plans are, but I'm just saying, like, with all the newfound fame he has, everything that's going on, like, opportunities are probably opening up for him left and right. So, being an NFL football player with you know the you know the likelihood of getting CTE damage to your brain and all that,
Right.
like, do I want to go back to that life, or do I want to go to this life where I'm now a full-time advocate for Black lives and, you know, that kind of thing, where he's putting all his effort and his money and his work into doing something in that field. You know what I
It's
mean?
good, but it's at the same his brand. He still signed with Nike. Nike gave him a contract, so he signed. He ain't played football in 3 years, and he's got a contract with Nike. So he's financially good there. But if he sat out here a few months ago and did a workout because he was trying to show the league that I can still play. I'm still the same dude that y'all drafted with the 49ers. He wasn't getting his shot because he was blackballed by a lot of owners. You know what I'm saying? No, don't pick him up. And now you have all these owners or general managers, coaches coming out now saying that they wanted to sign him back then, but they had no power in that. Like coaches, we wanted to sign, like the Cleveland Browns old head coach Hugh Jackson wanted to sign him. He came out now and said he couldn't do it because he didn't have the powers that be. Coaches don't got that power. And one, he's a black coach. At that time, nobody wanted to do nothing with Kaepernick because of the protests and what he started. That's like instigating a fight. You instigated, what's going to happen? Everybody else going to have to join in, but they're going to point at the person that started the fight. And that's what always happened. He started the protest. He started the kneeling, and they kicked him out. All the other players still doing it. NFL owners did it. Drew Brees did it. And they kicked that man out. And now he needs a shot. He deserved to get it because he didn't do nothing wrong. He didn't disrespect the flag. Here we go with the flag thing. I brought it up. It was never about the flag. It was about what the flag stood for, and that's why he did it. And that's why everybody misconstrued what he was doing, or he disrespecting the flag, blah, blah, blah. It wasn't about that. It was about the fact what the flag stands for.
Yeah, because I asked you earlier when we were on the phone today. You know, I remember asking you. I said, "How do you?" Because I know you have strong feelings about people denigrating or desecrating the American flag because you're a Purple Heart vet, and the flag means a lot to you. And so I asked you. I said, "Well, what about taking a knee during the national anthem?" And that's when you explained to me the whole thing about when Kaepernick first.
When he first did
it, he sat and it was an Army veteran or
a Marine, like Army of Marine vet.
Yeah. And
told him like,
this is how you're supposed to do it when you want to protest.
Well, he kind of just said that's a disrespectful way of trying to get your point, like sitting down during the flag. Like I've sat down once before because I was just so mad that I didn't care what was going on. I sat during the national anthem and I felt bad for doing that. You know what I'm saying? But I let my emotions get to that and it just took over and I didn't stand because of what was going on in the environment and everything. I was just so upset about it because it's not me saying fuck the flag and it's about what is this flag. I went to a lot of people that deployed that didn't come home or they came home messed up, battered. They fought for the flag or what the flag stands for. They fought for all these people in the United States that didn't volunteer to go over there and defend the country. Even though you're not defending, ain't nobody attacking the United States, but it's just how it is. You have all these people that say they have their feelings about certain things, but they won't put the uniform on. And the ones that do are sacrificing everything for what the flag stands for. And that's what that man did. He stood up, he took a knee because the flag stands for freedom. It stands for all the constitutional rights, everything, not what's going on with police brutality. I don't stand. If police brutality is one of them things that's on the list of what the flag stands for, he wouldn't have done that. I don't think he would have done that. Because if it's part of the flag, it's part of what this flag stands for. But police brutality is not. All that negativity is not part of what the flag stands for. And that's what he was doing. He's like, the black people are not being treated right. It's for most people, it's a privilege to get certain things. Blacks don't get that. And he stood up because of the fact that, okay, we have too many people getting taken lives on just through the hands of police or through the hands of whites, whatever. I'm not racist, but it's just what happened. And now over time, that man got tired of all that news. Everything kept popping up on TV. And he's like, I can't take it anymore. So he took a knee. That's all it was. And then he got backlash. He got backlash from NFL to ESPN. A lot of people backlashed him because of how he did it. And yes, it might have been not the right idea for how he did it, but he kept doing it. He stood by his decision to keep kneeling. So I agree with what Kaepernick did. I have nothing against what he did. I feel like now that it's back up and now the NFL acknowledged that they was wrong, give that man a shot. I think he deserves that. That's my big opinion. What y'all think about it? I think the NFL should grant Kaepernick another shot at the in the NFL. Excuse me. Let this man get in the league. Do anybody agree with that? What y'all think? Chime in, hit that link, and let me know what y'all think.
All right, so I would like to be perhaps a little bit controversial, and I would like to bring up something that I read. I have a headline right here. This past weekend in Chicago, there were 18 murders in 24 hours.
Wow, that's Chicago.
18 murders. Now, what I want to know is, why don't we see black people getting upset about black people killing black people? Why is that not a discussion?
I'm gonna answer that on my own, and if it's just my opinion, I don't have no right or wrong on this one.
Sure, me neither. I'm just asking.
I'm gonna say this, and if people hit me on whatever I'm gonna say, then go ahead. But this is my opinion, because over the years in black neighborhoods, you have cops that never come into the neighborhoods whenever there's a black crime on black crime. They basically let that shit happen, and they was basically the blacks are gonna kill their own self. They're gonna kill their own race. Let them kill their own self. You never have white cops coming down there. Now you take that black cop and you say in a neighborhood, a white neighborhood, whatever, or predominantly mixed but more white, and you say something happened. Oh yeah, now they're coming. Black guy neighborhood, white neighborhood, black guy don't live here. Why, the cops coming. But when you have black neighborhoods, it's not too often they're going to rush to get to that scene when it's a black on black crime. Because why? Because my opinion is they didn't care about us because they wanted us to wipe our own race out with our own hand-to-hand combat, killing each other. That's just my belief. Because you can,
who would they be? The people of Chicago, the people of Chicago, like who? Because this is mainly a Chicago problem. I don't really see black on black crime anywhere, but I mean, I'm sure it happens everywhere.
I'm from Newark, New Jersey, and every place to me is a Newark, New Jersey. That every ghetto has a hood. Every hood has a ghetto.
But Chicago is a standout.
Chicago is its own world, bro.
Yeah,
I've been there, and it wasn't even a stay. I just came off the highway, went to the United Center because I'm a Bulls fan, took some pictures. I was out. Chicago is not a Chicago is
I got some gas.
There's nothing against Chicago. I got my man stays in Chicago, and he's like, yo, it's like a war zone out here. Them cops don't give a damn. From what I was told, white, black cops doesn't matter. They will fuck you up. White cop, black cop, on a white dude, on a black dude. They don't. It's Chicago, bro. And from like I said, I love the Bulls, but if they call that shot, what's that? Chirac? They call it Chirac. Like it's Chicago.
Oh, Chirac.
Yeah, it's like Chicago is its own place, and that's why you didn't really hear too much about what's going on in Chicago, because with everything that's going on, I didn't hear nothing about Chicago, and I'm like, that's the biggest place that I'm surprised ain't nothing coming out, and it's because of me not searching for specific Chicago incidences, but
this is the most violent weekend that they've had in 60 years.
That's what I'm saying. That's the first time like I've heard anything from Chicago with all this going on. I didn't hear too much. And one, I wasn't trying to put my ear to the street on how much shit was going on, because
I did something really stupid today. I read Facebook.
Oh, you was on Facebook all day?
Yeah, that was a fucking mistake, by the way.
I mean, but sometimes
damn.
Facebook has good information of things that you will never find. And it's like, damn, I stumbled upon somebody's page that had this in it, and I would share it. And
Yeah,
I've never seen it. So, sometimes it's good to
I
search.
shared a couple things that I saw today that I liked, but man, I just got so angry.
I mean, 'cause it's like, unless you want to have a negative day, you're going to be on Facebook. Go to Facebook, because you're going to see as much negativity from everybody mad about what's going on, everything. It's not right now. You ain't going to find too much happy stuff on Facebook unless you go to TikTok, and you're going to see some protests. I don't know. It's not, I can't do too much negativity, but I know I'm not blind to what's going on. So if I see some good things, I'll post that. The NFL message with the players, good thing. Robert Goodell, I hope he was sincere with what he said. I really do. Because he has the non-fans. He has people that don't like him and don't like the decisions he made. I'm not saying I'm a fan of Robert Goodell. I'm happy that he came out on air and said what he said, whether he read it or not, or if he wrote some of that. But it's just the fact that he acknowledged him the day after the NFL players did it, and he came back and said that. So I just hope the NFL.
Well, I think it's important to. I mean, let's face it. Like, the players are what pays this guy's salary. I mean,
yeah,
yeah, he pays them technically, but without the players, there's no fucking football. There's no team.
I mean, even he said without the black players, there's no football.
Yeah.
If you take the percentage of how many players are white and black, and we put them in the positions, okay, you got a lot of white quarterbacks. Now you get the white quarterbacks, or you take all the black guys off. Who you throwing it to? Who's your running back? You got one white dude, Christian McCaffrey, that plays for the Panthers. I know is the only white dude that I can say is a starter. He's a star. That's one guy. Then you got offensive line. You got a lot of white dudes and black dudes on that, but you take the black guys off the line, you scarce. Defensive line, majority of all were black. Defensive line, all black. Most of them. Linebackers, about the same. A lot of blacks, linebackers, a lot of black cornerbacks, and a lot of black safeties. It's not too many white guys in them unless you're a quarterback. It's a few receivers that I know, like, Cooper Kupp, he's and Jordy Nelson. So it's a few dudes out there. But when you take and you put all the NFL players in front of you, you say, all right, all the black guys move to the left, and you see a half of them, just over half going over there, you're going to have about 10% in front of you. And it's like, all right, y'all go play football. And they're going to look like, we need some players. We need players. Yeah. So, I mean, like I said, I hope Robert Goodell was sincere about what he said and not just doing it for a PR.
Probably a little bit of both.
I mean, he was in his house like everybody else was. I mean, we all know what's going on. I just, just give Kaepernick a shot. I would like to see this man play again. Last time he played, he was in a nice red and gold uniform with the 49ers. But I just want to see, I'm a fan of Kaepernick, not just because of his protest, not because he played with the 49ers. I like his game. His game reminds me of past quarterbacks that played like Randall Cunningham. And it's just, I'm a fan of Kaepernick. I really would like to see him in a uniform again for any team. I will still watch this man play just to see what he do. If he comes back in the league and have like a stellar career after, like, what do you think? How this gonna make him feel, and how it's gonna make the NFL look? You know what I'm saying? For him to come, like, if he come in and win the Super Bowl or whatever, or even take a team to the playoffs, and it's Kaepernick. This guy hasn't played in 3 years. That will be the storybook ending for him. Like, don't come in there and just fuck up and can't pass a ball. And like, if you come in there like that, you ain't, I mean, everybody gonna remember you that way.
That's it, and that's the thing. It's like, you know, like with fighters that haven't fought for a long time, they call it ring rust. You know, they like, this guy's gonna have ring rust.
Right.
So if he hasn't played for 3 years,
I mean, the best thing about that is if he continued to train, which I know he has, throwing the ball. That's all you, as a quarterback, all you gotta do is throw the ball and make sure you cardio, you running and all that. But your arm is your most important thing. And as long as he'd been throwing the ball, practice on the things that he needed to practice on, you know, when he was in the league, then I'm pretty sure a lot of teams gonna look at it like, I got this guy on my team. I wouldn't mind having Kaepernick. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of teams out there that can use this man's ability. I mean, it's a lot of teams. Miami Dolphins. It's just off the top of my head. You know, not Houston, Texas. They got
you know who doesn't need him?
Tampa Bay.
Tampa Bay.
Honestly, bro, if I was a Buccaneer, if I was a general manager, I would sign him.
Why?
Because you got
Brady.
a 43-year-old quarterback that you hope can stay healthy on a line that didn't protect Winston. The 49ers played them last year. Winston was running around that field for his life. I was at the game. You got a 43-year-old quarterback back there now that don't scramble. So when somebody's coming after his ass, somebody fast, young, these young dudes that we just picked up, man, I'm telling you, what Tom Brady gonna do? He's gonna fall to the ground.
Believe me, bro. I got a 26-year-old student who kicks my ass on a regular basis. I know what it feels like.
So I mean, like I said, y'all got the GOAT. I mean, he's the GOAT. No other quarterback has as many rings as he do. Got that. But he's 43 years old. He's not 33. He should be retired right now.
Dude.
That's why I laugh when every Tampa Bay fan come up to me. It's like, yo, we got Tom Brady. Y'all got an old man. That's all I'm gonna say. Y'all got a man that won Super Bowls. Y'all got a man that won Super Bowls with New England with that coach, Bill Belichick. Now you down with Bruce Arians in Tampa Bay for the first time in your entire career. You switched the whole team. You got to learn a whole new offense. You got a whole new system, new players, new coach. I hope he have a good season. I'm just saying, you got teams out there that's gunning for that team because of Tom Brady just left. They're like the Patriots are done. But the magic with Bill Belichick finding somebody to help. Tom Brady was a 7th round draft pick. You see he's scrawny. This dude was like out of shape. He looked like straight up out of shape, bro. And look at him, the GOAT, 7th round draft pick. But he's 43 years old. The team he played last year that made him look 42, Baltimore Ravens.
Made him look 42.
They
made him look 1 year younger.
He turned 43.
Oh,
he turned 40. Last year he was 42.
The team was so good they made him look 42.
Bro, he looked like he needed to retire.
Oh, really?
He was that like he wasn't. It wasn't that he was that bad.
I can't argue with you on any of this because I don't watch sports.
Well, I know, but I'm gonna get you. You want me to do jiu-jitsu? I'm gonna get you to watch football this year. And when you watch football, you'll be like, you're gonna be so into it.
No, believe me, I do believe I could watch football because I watch the Super Bowl once a year.
Oh, okay.
I mean, they only have it once a year, so
I mean, I don't want to keep talking about the football thing, but it's the topic. But it's sports, and I'm my biggest sports is football and basketball, and now basketball is coming back, and they have a format to where they're gonna have an 8-game season, and the top teams that was in the league prior to all the shutdown, they get invited. They got 2 locations, I think Orlando and Vegas. They got 2 locations, and they got the top 8 teams, like you normally do, but they're gonna have an 8-game regular season to finish out, just to give other teams a chance to possibly creep in that playoff. I like that. I just hope it's not gonna mess up coming season, because they still got to do the draft. They haven't done that yet
Mhm.
because the season was supposed to be over in July. You know what I'm saying? So now they're starting to back up. So I'm thinking they're going to try to catch it up to where a couple, like maybe a couple of weeks or a couple of weeks of change. Like the season's not going to start in October like it normally would. It might start in November. But as long as they're going to have to adjust some things. But I'm just happy that something has been going on with sports, and it's June. And the last thing we had sports was, I believe, February, March, when they shut everything down. And it's been 2 months. It sucks. I'm a person that loves sports, and without sports,
Oh, he does love his sports. Believe me, he comes down here every night, and he got his little app. He's like, lineups to the lineups.
Yeah,
to
you know
the
what I'm saying? If y'all
lineups."
know it, if y'all know FanDuel, yeah, me and my brother be playing FanDuel, and
You even got me into that shit, man. I'm over here. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm picking this guy. I'm picking this guy. I'm just like closing my eyes.
That's that. If y'all
And then
never
the first
played that
night I won
fantasy
like
sports.
$15, and I was like, yes, a fucking new gimmick.
and then
the
like
next
5
night,
minutes later,
yeah. And then next night I'm losing for the next 5 nights. That's how they get you.
yeah.
They get
I
you to
mean, I
win
could
one.
say I did win.
That's right. You won like 500.
I won
bucks or something.
$5,000 last year
For $5,000. That's fucking great,
on
man.
FanDuel, and it's crazy because I didn't win it on my favorite two sports. I won it on WNBA. And it's the same concept.
WNBA?
On WNBA, the females I picked, it came down. It was like less than a minute left in the game, and the two my player and the guy I was going up against had the other player, and it was back and forth. I'm like, oh my god! It was like.
Now, if you had come in second, how much would you have won? Because it was basically between you and that guy, right?
Yeah. I went from first and I dropped down to seventh. I came back up to first. I kept going down to seventh place. So that seventh place cost was $500 if I would have got second place because there was so many people. So yeah, it was 7 seconds on the clock. And mind you, if you're looking on your phone, you can't. It's not happening so fast. So
it's not up to date.
Right. So it said it's 7 seconds, and I was in seventh place. I was like, man, I was mad. And next, you know, it said 3 seconds. It flashed. It said 3 seconds, and I jumped in first place. I was like, oh, snap! What just happened? My girl that I had, she got a rebound, which gave her 1.5 points. The clock said 0. I was like, oh snap! And I had to wait because I had to lay everything. Once everything finalized, you got to make all the stats. I was like, just keep me in first place. Just say final. I just want to see final because it still says 0. When it said final, that rebound she got was the one that made me win. And I won by 1.5. It was like 215.5 to 216 or something like that. But I was like, oh my God. And I looked to see who the two people that kept going back. And it was the point guard. It was the 2 point guards.
I don't know. I feel like you were probably lucky.
That's luck. I mean,
but there's people that play these things, these fantasy games that spend their whole day just looking at the stats of players and like.
Bro, I tell you this one, it's gonna probably make you get ready to want to join it in. Football season every year, you have a shot to win $1 million.
Really?
Every Sunday.
For
Sunday? 6 weeks. And me and my brother was in it. It was so crazy. The first game of the season, bro. The people we had, the basic normal people. They new rookies just got drafted though, right? In that first game, this one rookie from Baltimore, Hollywood Brown, this dude had 3 touchdowns, bro. And I didn't have him on my lineup. And it was like this one dude won it. $1 million by himself. I was pissed. Bro, I was so hot because I'm looking at his lineup, and out of the 7 I think you can put on your lineup, I had 4 of them. I had 4, but I didn't have the dudes that made it important for you to have. I didn't have those guys. I didn't have the Marquise Brown. I didn't have the Hollywood Brown that had 3 touchdowns. I didn't have the guy from Detroit that had 2 touchdowns. That this guy knew who to pick. He had every single receiver that caught 2 to 3 touchdowns, and then he had the running backs. Then he had the quarterback for one of those teams that threw the 3 touchdowns. Like, you got to know strategy. You got to know how to strategize. Like, okay, this quarterback is playing a sorry team right here, but he costs $9,000. I need to get, if I can get this guy that get the same thing that he can get, but he's cheaper. That's where it's like, Oranges and apples.
Yeah.
Apples and oranges.
That's why I don't know how to play this game because I'm like, well, this guy costs $8,000. He must be good. Except,
I mean, if you can budget, like it's good to have an expense. You can have 1 or 2 or 3 expensive players. Then after that, you just gotta have role players and have people that's okay. I can get this guy. He's cheap. I get this guy. He's cheap. He's gonna get me those points. That's just. But you gotta think how many lineups you might have. You might have 8 lineups. That's just one lineup. You're always gonna. I might keep that same 3 and put it on all of them.
right.
But then I'm gonna change everybody else up. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I'm just happy that sports is being acknowledged and coming back. Basketball is coming soon. Major League Baseball, they got news on how they're going to start implementing decisions to bring their league back. I like the Yankees, but I can't get too much in depth with the baseball because I didn't read up on what their decision was. But football and basketball, my 2 main. And I know basketball is coming back in June or this month. And football, they're trying to open up all facilities by the end of this month so they can let the players come back in. So if they get that, then I'll be happy. Then I can start seeing some highlights of practice, some guys throwing the ball. I mean, they already got the rules. Like everybody got to obviously wear masks and gloves, 6 feet apart in the locker room and stuff like that. But when you're out there on the grass, you got to play.
So stupid.
I mean, it is. It's just.
I was going off a little bit on coronavirus today because, it's just now we have more information about this thing more than ever. The WHO came out today and said that asymptomatic spread is very rare. In other words, if I have the virus but I'm not showing symptoms, the chances of me giving it to you are extremely rare. This is from the WHO, by the way.
I have a response.
Oh, from what? To what?
It's my cousin Lisa.
Hi, Lisa.
I think she's still on. Hope she's still on. She said she has a few things. I'm pretty sure a lot of people have seen it, but the last I just happened to see it. She said, "Why is black on black crime different?" ? It is a distraction on the brutality being committed in people of color. I can agree with that.
What does she mean? I don't understand.
They are not hired and paid to commit crimes. Talk about white crime. Talk about Asian crime. And
is Asian on Asian crime a thing? Do Asians even commit crimes? Is an Asian ever been arrested?
That's what I'm saying. So, hey, cuz I see you. And from what she's saying,
Lisa, would you like to come on the show? Send her a link, man.
Hey, Lisa, want to come on the show?
We'd love to hear your opinion. We'd love to talk.
Yeah, we
with
can.
you.
Send. I don't got the link.
Oh, it's right here. I said, yeah, it's the link.
Oh, the one that you sent me. Okay,
yeah, it's the same link.
Hey, cuz I'm gonna send this link, and if you want to come on, you don't got to show your face.
Please join the discussion because, I
can't.
Crockett and Tubbs, we want to hear from everybody. I think it's an important. While you're doing that, I'll rant a little bit. I want people. This is a good image for people to see. This right here. Especially right now.
Yeah. Ebony and Ivory. Y'all see this?
Yeah, and we're boys. Like, we don't just do this podcast and then tell each other to go fuck off. Like, we hang out, we smoke weed. Am I allowed to say that?
Hey, that's fine.
Okay.
I mean, everybody know. I smoke weed.
Sorry, man.
I'm gonna explain. No, I just fine. I'm gonna explain this. Everybody think weed is a drug. I don't think weed is a drug because of plant form. Last thing I knew, we wasn't adding nothing and chemically doing things to plants. And they, I was in the military in Colorado when they was testing marijuana for PTSD, soldiers with PTSD, like myself. So yes, I didn't smoke in the military. I was a pothead before, from 93 to 96, joined the military in 96, got out in 2014. And from that point, yes, I started smoking marijuana, but it helps me to deal with my PTSD. So,
believe me, dude. Like, when it comes to, I'm like Jack Nicholson up in this mother.
I mean, people
want me on this.
People have.
You need me on this weed.
People have their opinions about marijuana, and that's their opinions, and I don't fault nobody for that. But
what I was going to say is,
I smoke, and I have no problem with it. If you got a problem with me, I won't smoke around you. I go in my car and smoke. But that you would want me to smoke. You want me to smoke if you know if you around me, because I get the small things can irritate me.
Yeah, I'm the same way,
So,
bro. I'm the same way.
But yeah,
But I was saying though, like, so we hang out. We don't just do the podcast. We hang out. We make music together. We make music separately. We bounce ideas off of each other because we're both music producers.
Yep.
And you know, we have a genuine friendship built on just built on mutual respect. You know, and it's too bad that you go on Facebook, you look on Facebook, everybody's fighting, everybody's fucking hating on each other, and it's like but in real life, like it's not like that. Like when I go to my gym, like I have people from all like races and ethnicities. Yeah, please, thank you. That come to my gym, and everybody trains. Everybody's the same, and it's I don't know, man. It's just never been something for me. Like I've just never had a problem with anybody.
I mean, it's the only people that have a problem with somebody is the people that don't care about, that don't care. There's people out there that don't care. They don't care if you handicap. They don't care if whatever. There's people out there that just don't care. So those are the ones I don't deal with. You know what I'm saying? I don't. First time somebody disrespect me, oh, I'm gonna disrespect you. You ain't gonna like it, and then I'm gonna walk away. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna laugh at it. I'm very sarcastic, so I'm gonna laugh in your face as I do this, and that's not even part of me. That's not my character. I'm sarcastic. I'm a Capricorn, so I won't blatantly disrespect somebody unless somebody disrespect me first.
We should celebrate our birthdays together this year. What's yours on the 3rd?
3rd of January.
Mine's the 5th.
That's what.
So we should celebrate.
We're gonna do like this. What we're gonna do? We're gonna do a big ass birthday bash, but it's gonna be at not this location in Florida. It's gonna be in Vegas.
In Vegas.
So everybody that should come to Vegas and join our big ass bash.
Oh shit! I got to tag my sister in
Bam!
this. I got to tag my sister in this. She works.
Crockett and Tubbs, Vegas.
She works in Vegas on the Strip, bro.
Wouldn't that be some shit?
She's an Uber driver. She makes like $1,000. Can you imagine that? She makes $1,000 a week driving Uber in Vegas on the Strip.
Oh, I've been to Vegas. I can see that. Yeah, that's possible. It's possible. You walk up that strip. You go from where did we stay? Excalibur. That's where we stayed at. You walk all the way up to Old Vegas. You go try that if you want to. The first we walked was past Bellagio, walking to Senior Frogs. So whoever's been to Vegas, if you know where Senior Frogs is at down the strip, we walked past Bellagio. I was tired. Yeah, when we first got there, the limo driver took us to where Tupac was shot at. He said, "Y'all want to see where Tupac died at?" He took us right down the street.
Shit,
he pulled up right at the street. He said, "This is where he was at." I was like, "Damn, I'm right here. This is what I saw in the news."
You know what I saw? My sister drove me past the hotel where the guy was up there shooting down on the people.
Yeah.
Yeah, she showed me that up and close. I was like, "Damn, they had it all." Like the whole thing was like
December 22nd. Oh, Leslie Brown, her birthday. That's Capricorn or Sagittarius. I think it's Sagittarius. But hey, I'm telling you, I already told my wife. I'm already planning it. I already talked to my travel agent, Robert Worthy. Was good, my brother. Big ups to him, because he the one that got me the Excalibur 5-star hotel for $117.
I don't have a travel. How do you have a travel agent?
I'm JR, man. But nah, I mean, I hit him up the other day. I was like, "Yo, I need a hotel look me up hotel for that date, and hopefully, and it's not gonna be on my birthday. It's gonna be before my wife has to work, so it's cool. We can go down there for New Year's Eve.
Before you settle anything, let me talk to my sister because she's got hookups.
Okay, no, we got hookups, people. If y'all want to come down to this.
My sister's best friend works in the high rollers thing at the Bellagio. She's seen dudes like what's his name? Who's the big fucking singer? He's like Hispanic looking, kind of long hair. What's his?
Carlos Santana?
No. Young kid.
Oh,
he's like a new.
I know you're talking about. What's that guy name? Did the song Cardi B, y'all? Bruno Mars.
Bruno Mars.
There you go. There you go.
She said she personally saw Bruno Mars go in there and drop like 15 mil. And I was like,
50. Nah, I mean,
no, 15.
oh, 15,000.
No, 15 mil
Oh, wow. I mean,
drop. And
I
it was,
mean, if you
and,
got-
and for him, it was like, okay, nice.
that's like
See you later.
Mayweather dropping some money.
Yeah.
I mean, if you got that, if you know you're getting money like that, because you know your record sales and all that, it's easy to say I'm gonna drop 5 million in the casino knowing I'm about to get 20 mil tomorrow.
I'm just saying, can you imagine? 15 million, he just threw it
I'm
away.
not dropping 15 million if I had it on nothing.
I know, dude.
If I had that kind of money, honestly, I won't be all crazy with it. Like I know it doesn't matter how much my
Yeah, you
annual
will. You'll be
is.
digging holes out in the desert.
No, I mean, I would go to Vegas. I'm not gonna lie. I will go to Vegas. I would want to see what it feels like to say I'm gonna throw a whole $100,000. I'm gonna take if my net worth was like 250 million. Like,
Oh.
or I just hit the lottery for
Shit.
250. I'm gonna go on that motherfucker and take about 500,000.
Yeah, why not?
And I'm gonna take a whole 100. I'm gonna take 100,000. I'm gonna bet 1,000. I'm to see what it looks like to actually win at blackjack. Down. I get a blackjack. Oh my god! And I see all these chips. Oh yeah, well, I'll do that.
Imagine having enough money that you could buy your own island. That's how much money Bruno Mars has.
Now, if I did that, that would be like our vacation island. Like,
Well, you know, Jeffrey Epstein,
I don't know.
Jeffrey Epstein's island might be
I don't know.
up for
I
sale.
don't know if I can. Now I can do an island. If it's island out here in this area, something close to Florida, maybe. I mean, it's an island, so you surrounded by water. You gotta have a boat, and you ain't getting no plane on the island unless it's a long island with a long strip you can take off on. But an island. Now I seen this. I seen this today. There's a town in, I believe, Georgia. I think it's a little town. I seen it on Facebook. I was surfing Facebook today. It's for $1.7 million. The entire town.
You can buy it.
You can buy it. If you had $1.7 million, you can buy this small town. I think it said Georgia. It's the United States. But 1.7 is
How many people live in said town? What's
It's
the population?
I don't.
That would be
like I said,
interesting to know.
I actually gotta search this. I was on somebody else's page, and I gotta go there and scroll.
And what does that mean? You buy a town? You own all the real estate in the town?
everything, the whole land, everything.
Huh.
Yeah, let's get a loan.
Wonder if they take a down payment.
I'm going to VA now. See that thing? VA is unlimited now. So if I was to do that, man, can I afford that mortgage? I was like, hey, well, I got a whole town, so now I can put businesses up. I might make money. That's like an NFL owner.
Well, I might look at the town first. Make sure.
Oh
it's
yeah,
not, make sure it's not a Flint, Michigan, or some shit. You know? You get there and there's the water's poison. There's like 3 people living in the town and they're all homeless.
oh, December 2nd is Capricorn. Okay. But yeah, man, I would love to, if I had that kind of money, say, yo, I'm inviting to have the biggest birthday bash in Vegas. And I want everybody to come down.
I think that's
It's paid for.
I think it's a great idea because that will also for us be ringing in the new year, and that is something that desperately needs to be done. 2020 needs to go away.
Man, this year is about death.
Yeah.
This is the year of the death. I mean, I don't like this year. Don't do no year in review. Don't
Yeah.
show me nothing from this year. Now, this is just the first 6 months. Hopefully, these next 6 months, I'm praying these next 6 months be better than what the first 6 months was.
Dude, we've got nowhere to go but up.
And honestly,
it can't get any worse, can it?
I mean, not really.
Can it? I mean, it
I-
probably
I-
can. It probably can.
Oh, it's the link. I sent the link to your inbox on your Facebook Messenger, at least. It should be yeah, let me just make sure. Once you see it, just click on the link and just follow the yeah. Click the link and follow the on screen. And it'll bring you into, once we see you, we'll be able to pull you in. But it's in your Facebook Messenger.
Yeah, you got to go to Facebook Messenger. And then click on the link JR sent you.
So we'll be looking at it if you come on, we can see you pop up. So we got some Capricorns in the house. Leslie
Yeah,
Brown, a
what's up with all the-
Capricorn.
What's up with all the Capricorns today?
Capricorn, we rule, man. You know what I'm saying? December 22nd. You got January 3rd, January 5th. My brother,
my wife is January 8th.
January 8th. Wow, she's the day after my brother. My brother, January 7th.
Jesus.
My wife's son, his birthday, January 2nd.
Oh my God, we're gonna have a party.
My
in January.
my late father's January, but he's Aquarius, but he's still January 22nd.
My late father is January 26th, but I don't know
Wow.
if that's Capricorn.
That's
or not.
Aquarius.
Is it Aquarius?
Mhm. The fish.
Well, now that we got that,
So,
out of the way.
so they said, let me know if y'all plan anything. Oh,
we
me
just
and my
told
wife-
you we're
me
going
and
to
my wife-
Vegas.
me and my wife are. I already talked to my travel agent 2 days ago. And this, like I said, this is June. It gives us all we got to do really. Once I get a okay from him that he can do it, and then I get with my wife so she can set her dates. It's really about my wife's dates and what date she set. It's not going to be on my birthday because we are driving from Florida. However, y'all get out there, y'all get out there. But I would like to, if we can set up some kind of plan up, I can let y'all know once I get a hotel that he's going to set me up with. I'll let y'all know.
You will not get on a plane, huh?
Hell no. Hell, if I got a car, hell to the nine. I'm not.
Bro, it's like 2,000 miles.
It's a day and a half to drive from here. I drove from Alaska, bro. You think that's gonna bother me to drive from here to Vegas? Nope. I see y'all up in the air. I'm gonna call you too. I'm like, hey, Sonny, hey, when you get to the hotel, let me know which table to go
There
to.
goes Sonny's plane.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say. Meet me there. When you get down there, make sure you grab the bud, make sure you grab the rooms. Let me know where I need to go to make some money, where the spot is at. That's recon. That's called reconnaissance. When
I
you
see how it works.
know what I'm saying? So if
Well, don't
anybody
worry.
want to go,
I will talk to my sister, and I'll bet we get the hookup.
that's what I'm saying. You call your peoples, I call my peoples. My wife, she want to do on her end for her dates to get off.
My boy Jimmy Campbell goes to Vegas like every weekend.
See what I'm saying? I mean, Vegas to California is only 2 hours. 2 hour drive.
No, he lives in Connecticut. But he's out there all the time. I'm like, dude,
I
come
mean-
visit Florida, fucker. But no, he's
But yeah, I mean, man, if we can set this up, that'd be dope. You have a Crockett and Tub Vegas bash, birthday bash,
oh, that'd be awesome.
and have the fans, the support of you guys. That without you guys, this show wouldn't be nothing. It'd just be us talking.
Maybe-
And
Maybe we can get Don Johnson and Philip Michael Thomas to make an
hell,
appearance.
maybe we can get motherfucking Ferrari to get us the damn car so we can ride up and down that strip. Oh, she said send it again. Okay, I'm about to send it again. She said it's not working. Hold on.
Copy.
Yeah, I did it the other way. All right, try that one. Try that one, cuz you should be good. This one.
Just follow the directions on the screen because sometimes it's a little confusing.
Yep. But man, if we was able to get if this trip happens, I just want the trip that happens for to go to like we have like almost 9 months, something like that, whatever the time frame is. It's enough time to get things rolling, and to know that hopefully if it happens, we'll be out in Vegas for New Year's. Because it's New Year's is my birthday Sunday.
Oh, right.
So my birthday's on Sunday, so we would be driving, like we taking I already told my wife to take 7 days off. 4 of those days is travel time. So 2 days there and 2 days back. So the 3 days in Vegas that we plan on is gonna be like Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Gotcha.
And then drive back on Sunday, and then we be home Monday and she go back to work. So but yeah, I mean I like reason why I like road trips because I like to be on the ground. I've been up in the air. I've seen the Grand Canyon above it, and I've seen the Grand Canyon on the ground. I actually stood at the Grand Canyon, took pictures. I like taking pictures. You know what I'm saying? And meeting people and different cultures of life around the United States. That's what I like. I like to interact with people. So that's the reason why I like to fly. And like I said, I trust my driving. I trust
You
my
can
judgment.
interact with people on the plane.
Man, nah, you got to think, yo, man. Unless you got some, well, you going to the bathroom, asking somebody, hey, what's going on? Can you stop putting your feet in my chair? I ain't sitting in first class. I'm riding coach. So yeah, it's like I said, you just up in the air, and I can't walk. You can walk around, but it's crammed up. I can't smoke. I'm already stressed out because I hope this thing make it.
Edibles.
That don't do nothing for me. I've had an edible. It don't do nothing for me, bro.
You haven't had the right edibles.
Well, it's a person that don't know how to make it. They don't know how to make it potent enough. I don't know. Anybody ever had an edible out there that actually worked and got you to a certain point to where you enjoyed what you was doing with that?
Oh yeah.
Hopefully the link worked this time, Cuzzo. So hopefully it works.
Well, we'll see if she joins. We'll give her a couple minutes because I got to run soon.
Yeah, he got private class. I mean, not private class. He actually, because his gym is open.
Yeah,
Sonny is back and working.
Yes, sir.
So Matt, speaking of that, how has it been? I mean,
it's been great.
I mean, we don't talk about jiu-jitsu that much.
We've been going 2 weeks strong. There's been no problems. Nobody's sick. And, I wrote a post on Facebook today and I really meant it. I said that I will never shut my business down for over a government order for any reason. I don't care if it's another pandemic. I'm not shutting my business down again. All it did.
There she go. My cousin.
Hello.
Hey.
Oh, we spoke to her before, didn't we?
No. All right, let me introduce you. This is my cousin. Everybody, this is my cousin Lisa Peart.
Hello, Lisa.
Hello. How's everybody?
I'll let you finish the intro. Let everybody know who you are, where you calling from, and all that.
I'm Jesse's cousin from California.
California.
Actually, cousins. His dad and I are first cousins. That's why I always talk about him just like his daddy.
What part of California?
I'm actually in Los Angeles.
Oh wow, you're right in the thick of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not in my neighborhood.
Do you own a helicopter?
No.
You're in trouble if that place ever goes down.
No, I don't know. You can see I'm walking outside.
It's so
I can see the sun
out. It looks beautiful out.
Looks like here.
Yeah,
we got that nice sunny.
Well, we have the shades drawn. we're like vampires.
I like the clouds up there. I like the sky.
Yeah, beautiful sky, beautiful area you live in.
Yeah, this is the hood though. I live in Los Angeles in the hood.
The hood in Compton, or just is Compton?
Compton is literally right down the street from me.
So I heard things about Compton, like Boys in the Hood. That movie.
I literally just watched that movie last night, dude. I was like, I haven't seen this movie in a minute.
I would actually buy a house in Compton.
Okay.
It's there's certain areas everywhere you go,
mm-hmm.
That has its problems and all that, but it's not. You grew up in Newark, New Jersey, you'd be fine. You'd be like, "Oh, this is the suburbs."
So, cuz you've been checking out the show. I've been looking at all your posts. I couldn't keep up with everything, and
okay. So my questions when you went back, it was like it doesn't make sense now.
So. Yeah, sorry, we didn't see when you wrote it what you were responding to.
No, I'm looking at it like the with the Kaepernick was not disrespectful. He wasn't disrespecting the flag. Like at first when he was sitting down, I think, and the Marine just told me like that's a form of disrespect, just sitting on sitting down. So he did something else, and that from that point, that's when everybody tried to take it a different way.
Right, and it wasn't about the flag; it was about police brutality. Now that the whole world is on it, it's like, oh, that's what he's talking about. But they're not giving him credit for that.
No, they're not.
Well, I think history will bear it out. I think he'll get his due credit
and give him a chance if he wants, because he may not want it. He might be like, "I'm good. I'm with you." Okay, Crockett and Tubbs, Mr. Crockett, because I used to love Miami Vice. Okay,
me too.
I'm actually with you. He may not want to do it. He may not want to bust his body up. He's getting a little older and he's got other opportunities. So
Yeah,
Right.
like you said, like I said earlier, he's got a ton of opportunities now. He could literally take his career in any direction he wants. I mean, he's got doors open everywhere. So I just don't know if
Absolutely.
football is his top priority right now.
probably not. It wouldn't be mine. I'd be like, nah, I'm good.
It's like when Conor McGregor fought Mayweather. It's like he made so much money. Like, why would you go back to fighting after that? He did, but if somebody gave me a couple mil to fight Mayweather, I'll take an ass kicking for a couple
Okay,
mil.
I'd fight Mayweather for
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'll take
I'd
that.
be like,
hit.
just don't hit the face. Don't hit the
Right,
face.
just hit me right in the stomach. Let me go down, and
I'll be good.
I'll take
Yeah,
that.
don't hit my face.
So
Yeah.
I'm looking at your comments, cuz, and
Okay.
I know
the
when
police
we-
brutality. Yes, I was like trying to type. I was like, oh my god. I wish she could
the one,
comment on
the
this.
one I was going to comment on when we talked about the black on black crime.
Right.
How do you feel? What's your opinions about when black on black crime is committed? No one talks about it. Only
That's
when
not a
black on black
That's
crime
not a
is.
comparison. Okay, let me tell you why I say that's not a comparison, and that's a distraction. If you have black on black crime, that's a criminal that has caused that crime, correct?
Right.
The police are hired and trained as professionals to fight crime. They're supposed to be out there stopping crime, helping people that have been victims of crime. They're not supposed to be the criminal leaving victims
Right.
behind.
No,
different.
that's a great point. When and I agree with you. When a police officer commits a crime, especially something egregious as in the case with George Floyd, shit, I lost my train of thought.
He becomes a criminal.
It's more egregious.
Become a criminal.
It's more egregious than just if a civilian like me went out and killed somebody.
Absolutely.
You know what
If
I
you're
mean?
a criminal,
Like,
you're a
anybody.
criminal.
Right.
Right,
So-
right.
Okay, when you were in the service, when you were in Korea,
Mm-hmm.
you had certain standards to uphold
Yes.
as a service member.
Yes.
That's it. You
gotta
couldn't
speak
smoke weed.
Right.
Hello?
Yeah.
I was listening
yeah.
to you guys.
Oh yeah.
You know, I have a
I mean-
certain job. I get drug tested. I can't smoke weed. It's legal in
Right.
California. We were the
can't
first
smoke.
state to legalize it medically. I
Yeah.
can't smoke it.
It's the
If you're a
same way.
parent, if somebody hurts your child, you're gonna go after that child. I mean, after that person that hurt your child, correct?
Yes.
But as a parent, you're not supposed to hurt your child. You're their protection. The police
Right,
are
right.
supposed to be our protection. It's not
Right.
a comparison, and I'm so sick of people using that comparison. I'm like, oh my god, that's
Well, I'm
apples and
sorry.
oranges.
I
Yes, you
didn't
both
mean
prove- No. You did explain that you were going to play devil's advocate, but it's apples and oranges. They're both
Right.
fruit, but one is a citrus fruit and one is not.
Right.
Sure.
Two different things. So, that's something that we have to stop saying. Well, what about black on black crime? Because white people kill each other too.
Oh yeah.
It's just I guess a lot of people see
Nobody says, what about white on white crime? Asian people, they kill each other.
Well, we were talking about that. I don't know that any Asian has ever committed a
Say
crime.
that one more time.
We were talking about we don't know that any Asian has ever been committed
they
a
do.
crime.
we just don't see it.
Everybody just trying. And you know what? I'm gonna tell you, really close to my job, they were protesting. They're peacefully protesting, and they started looting right down the street. I just happened to be working from home.
Are you still
And when I saw the pictures,
are you still doing the same thing you was doing when I was
and
in Korea?
I work in Long Beach, California.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, I think
Not traveling now, but yeah.
I think Chris Rock said it best when it was I'm paraphrasing here, but he said something like, there's certain professions that just can't have bad apples. And I agree with that.
Absolutely.
Like you can't have bad apple, like you can't have a bad apple as a surgeon.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like
Nope, or a teacher.
right.
Yeah,
right,
those teachers that date their students. You're like, wait a minute, hello.
right.
Who does
right,
that?
Right.
Go to jail.
Yeah. So you can't, it's a profession that you can't have bad apples. You just can't,
Nope.
So there needs to be better screening. There needs to be, definitely
Absolutely.
a stricter hiring process, definitely more stricter psyche evals.
That's what I was gonna say.
And it wouldn't be a bad
Yep.
idea, honestly. It wouldn't be a bad idea, honestly.
And background checks.
Yes.
Well, of course. I mean, they get that done anyway, but it wouldn't be a bad idea throughout.
No.
What's that?
Okay, think about the officer that killed Tamir Rice. He left one. He got he left the force, or
Now,
he was going to be fired.
Tamir
He
Rice
quit
was
or
the
he be
little kid
fired.
that was playing with a gun,
And
with
he
a
left
fake
and
gun,
went.
right?
Yes,
Okay.
right. He went to another police force, got hired right on to another one because he had gone through the academy.
Right.
They didn't check his background and noticed that he had some problems at the other location, other
Yeah.
police force,
No,
and he ended up killing that young man, that little boy. That was a little boy.
for
Right.
sure. That's a
That's a
problem.
So
that's
they're
a
not
one
doing
thing.
what we should.
I mean, for me to get a gun license, I got to go to class and everything. But once I'm done with the class, I submit my application. That goes to FBI. And that's when the background's like, this is the one lady asked me, like, do you think I can get me a license? I don't know. Do the class, submit your application.
They're gonna take your fingerprints.
You know
You're
what I'm
gonna
saying?
you're gonna
I don't know.
pass the test. Right. Exactly.
So,
And it wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea to have continual psych evals, because think about it. How long is a cop if he stays his whole career? It's like 25, 30 years, right? So it wouldn't be a bad idea for every few years to have to go through that process again of getting a psych eval, because some of these guys, they see a lot of crime, they get jaded, man. They just when you're a hammer, everything you look at looks like a nail. And these guys have to unlearn that,
Yeah. I'm sorry, planes flying over. Actually, back in the day, police officers were part of the community. Now they're in there. Like,
yeah,
I'm here to tell you what to do. Not, one of my best friends works with, very small children, and they're in a Head Start program. And she said those kids are scared of the police.
wow.
They come and they are literally very frightened of them, and that
I
should
remember-
not be.
I remember back in the day when police used to see police doing car washes and donations to this and that. You don't even see that no more.
No.
You don't see that no more. You don't see the cops
See 'em.
in the community knowing, hey, I know that cop knows me. You don't
Right.
see that.
That is one other thing that I've noted, is that I think it would do a lot of good for police to live in the communities that they police. That would solve, I think, 50% of the problems, because then it's not officer so and so. It's hey Bill.
Right. I think if like the cops, where we live at, we have cops that stay in this complex just to keep the complex safe. You don't even see them until they're in their car driving out, going to work. They don't even walk the complex to say, hey, what's going on? These people walking outside all the time, walking their dogs, running around, working out. You'll never see the cop unless they're driving their car out the complex. And that's
for
sad.
officer safety, they don't want them necessarily in knowing where you live. I get that.
I mean, I
But
understand
you
that.
need
I mean,
to you need to mix it up. It needs to be diversified.
right.
And there also needs to be a culture change. If you're doing something wrong, you're not paddling on somebody. Stop them and tell.
That's how, that's tactfully. That's how military used to do
Right.
it. If my boot was laced, didn't matter if I outranked that person or not. The guy come up, pull me to the side, say it's on. Just let you know your boot blouse is undone.
It's like your slip is hanging. You let
Right,
somebody know your slip is hanging, and if you just it's a culture of I'm not going to tell on you. Well, maybe that person is having a breakdown. People do have
Yeah.
breakdowns. They are human.
They are.
So we have to understand. I have a friend. He's retired from the LA Sheriff's Department. I remember him telling me at one point he had a really hard time. The last thing that almost made him lose it was getting a child's body out of the pool that drowned.
Wow.
But he said he had a body every day for like 25 days straight.
Wow.
Yeah,
I'm
when
like,
I was a
that's enough
volunteer
to make anybody
firefighter,
lose it.
Yeah.
when I was a volunteer firefighter, man, I saw things I just did not want to see. I was like, this is for me.
Yeah. And I remember somebody asked me would I wouldn't be a cop. And I said, honestly, I couldn't do it regardless of what was going on or not, because I did the military, and that was more like being a police
Yeah.
for anything,
world.
especially when we went to Iraq.
I couldn't be a cop because I wouldn't arrest anybody. I mean, what you got? Some weed? Yeah, get out of here.
I would be that cop that will pull over everybody. I'm that dude to be like, I hate seeing text driving, even though I do it, but I only do it. No. I'm not trying to be a hypocrite. If I'm driving down the road with nobody around me, it's when I would just like, oh, okay, boop, hey, I'm on my way, boop, and put the phone down. I'm not going to conversate and look down
Right.
and look down all the time, and not focus on the road. I mean, everybody's everybody's text drove before.
Listen,
Right.
But if I was
It
a
used to be
cop,
legal.
if I was, yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, to a certain point, I believe if there's nobody that's going to, if somebody's in front of you, you look down, you don't know if that person's breaking. So you just got to pick and choose on when. I pick and choose on when to text.
you have to do it smartly. I
Right.
mean, think about pilots, right? Think about everything a pilot is doing when he lands a plane. He's messing with the throttle, the trim, the yoke, the rudders.
He flew on a plane before.
Yeah, I mean, he's doing all this stuff. He's talking on the radio. He's doing all these things while he's flying the plane. Don't tell me you can't text and drive. The people who crash that text and drive, they suck at texting and driving.
Right.
But
Well,
people,
because they stop and look at they can't walk
They-
and chew gum at the same time. That's the
I wanna
everybody doesn't have it.
I want to just declare myself the texting and driving champion of the world because I've been doing it since I've been driving, since there were cell phones. Actually, I've been texting and driving, and I've not been in an accident because of it.
Knock on some wood, brother.
I was gonna say, knock on wood.
I don't want to see you leaving today to go to your class, and next day you text, and next day I need you to come pick me up.
Speaking of that, it's 6:45, so
All right.
it is
But-
that.
Well,
Hey,
it was fun, gentlemen.
Thank
I
you so
really
much
do
for
appreciate
coming on
you
the
coming
show
down on the show.
and
I'm a little
schooling me. and
challenged.
doing- I appreciate you schooling me and giving me some knowledge. I do, and I look forward to seeing you again and talking to you again.
Well, I appreciate you guys allowing me to actually say this out loud because I always think it, and I'm like, and I have
This show
a lot of people
is
working on.
This show is a platform for everybody.
yeah.
right?
You can speak your mind. It's just we just tell people not to disrespect and be racial comments. You can say what you speak your mind. We just like a
Why
debate.
would we
show.
do that?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. We're just you want to call me an N-word? Click. Bye. We'll see you later. You can finish commenting on the thing, but we ain't gonna have you on our screen. So
No, we're not gonna do that.
we keep it funny. We bring people on, let them get their opinions and voice their opinions about what we talk about for the day. So hopefully we all try to bring good content. Whether
Oh,
and
you
we-
guys
we
talk
don't-
about everything. You went from the shootings or the police brutality to football. I was like, boy, they flipped that.
Oh yeah, we don't want to
That
leave
was
any
try
topic
to-
unturned.
we try to knock out all the points in the hour show. So but we
It
do
was
appreciate I do love you, cuz I can't wait to really
Love you
physically
too.
see you. And
Well, I
I'm
may,
glad
hey, one day I may be in Florida and be like,
hey, I'm right here in
yeah.
Bradenton. I will come pick you up in Tampa.
Okay,
We'll have you-
when
we'll
you
have
come
you
to
live
Cali,
in
you let me
studio.
know.
Oh yeah.
That'll be fun. But I don't
Yeah.
smoke weed.
That's fine.
That's
You
okay.
good.
You might get a
good, cuz.
contact high, but
Oh,
She in
God.
California. She getting a whole contact high in the state.
Okay, you
tell-
guys have
tell-
a good one.
Tell Mark
you
I said
too.
I love him and everything, and
I will.
see you on Facebook, and I will hit you up later. Love
Okay,
you, cuz.
talk to you later. Okay,
Right.
bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye-bye.
she's a very nice lady.
I appreciate it. So, like to say, I'll get ready to roll that in credits.
Oh yes, let me.
But as you do that, I will say I appreciate everybody coming out for this episode of the Crockett and Tubbs show about peaceful protesting, NFL coming back, and in sports. I had the guest on there, my cousin Lisa Peart. Appreciate you coming by and stopping through, just like she did. Y'all can come through and voice your opinion anytime we're on the show. We would like to see you, and that's what it is. Yes, we do smoke,
yes.
but not on the show.
Anyway, we will leave you guys with this little message here, which I will turn on as soon as I can figure out how to do so. Here it is.
Here we go again.
Have a good one, guys.
Peace out, Crockett and Tubbs.